I remember that plan.
Remember the plan?
That was half an hour ago. I
can't expect me to remember that.
No, I'm old. I'm befuddled. I'm a doddering old man now. What's going on? What are all those going on? I can't. I'm befuddled. Like that.
Yeah, good one, befuddled old man. Bring us back from the commercial.
Welcome to the Deadzone podcast. Deadzone is the sci-fi tabletop miniature skirmish game from Mantic Games. And now, here are your hosts Rob Harper and Jack Pike. I am your announcer, William Randolph Wintergreen.
Welcome to the 63rd episode of Deadzone the podcast for December 2016. In this episode, we have an unboxing and some listener interaction. As always, you can go to deadzonegame.podbean.com to see all the pictures, or you can go to youtube.com/c/deadzonethepodcast for the video version of the show. Now on to the episode. Welcome to episode 63 of Deadzone the podcast for December 2016. It's Christmas time, or the holidays as others call it. And I'm Rob.
And I'm Jack.
And we're here again, because we would never leave you.
Oh, God, no. No. There's few things that are certainties in life. Death, taxes, and us being your faithful companions.
So this month, we have some things to talk about. There was some news, because the Mantic Open Day. And then we did a lot of stuff, and we did some other stuff, and there's things, and unboxings, and magic, and it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yes. The way you just sold it, there's not a person that's going to go, you know what, that doesn't sound up my alley. There is bated breath at this very moment.
It's true. It was a great sell.
It was salesmanship. That's what that was. That was, you set yourself up for a good sales pitch, and you nailed it.
I'm glad. All those years of experience.
Yes.
So we have some news. So the news, like I said, is that Mantic Open Day happened in November. So we're just reporting on it now. And we have to thank Fisty Glue Man and Mantic because they posted a lot of pictures for us to peruse.
And again, Fisty Glue Man is a glue bottle with glued on fists. So Rob, I'm just asking you, has he asked you for credit card information or boudoir photos or something? I still don't. I have no trust.
Well, he didn't ask me for them, but I did send them.
Okay, well.
Anyways, these pictures, they're from those people. And the first one is from Star Saga. We have one of the, what are they called? Lab technicians, I think they're called, or something. Great paint job on this thing. I love the colors they got out of the suit and the knee pads and everything. Really well painted. And it's a cool looking model.
Yeah, the Star Saga miniatures are they're like the same Mantic World quality miniatures, but they're different. They're being the humans and stuff. This is a pre-zombie as far as I'm concerned. So
yeah,
they get to flex their muscles on like clean paint jobs rather than dirty, bloody, human flesh tones. So it's a same models, different aesthetic.
Yeah, it's like you say, it's the one zombie. He's wearing this suit, but it's not ripped up yet, and this looks really good. And then the next picture has a bunch of people in it. The one is another lab technician with a giant wrench. I think it's a wrench or a hammer. What is that thing? It's a girl, but she's got the same suit on, but just different pose. And beside her is Salvaggio, the devil from that short story we did.
Yeah,
with half his face burned and his flamer. And then behind him is the new Wraith. Wrath. There's no I in it, so it's Wrath.
Wrath. Well, he looks like he's teeing up for. He looks like a baseball player. He's ready for his pitch.
Off. Once again, great paint jobs, but I really like Salvaggio because they sculpted in the face damage. It's pretty cool. I cannot wait. Star Saga, but it is a long ways away.
Yeah. But since we just got Warpath today in the mail,
yeah, right.
What?
No. Warpath is it's coming eventually. People are getting it, but it hasn't come to us yet. Next picture is the what is she, a GCPS, I guess? The captain there.
With the camouflage paint on her face. And
nice. And then beside her is little Kirby.
Kirby.
But once again, great models. I think they're more detailed than maybe because it is for a solo play or just really good paint jobs. One of the two. They look really good. And then we got a different shot of Kirby, and beside him is one of the security officers. Once again, we said it don't look like the GCPS and don't look like an enforcer, so it's good to differentiate the humans.
Yeah, he looks like a corrections officer, a security personnel of some sort. And what is that between Kirby and him crouching down there? Is that a plague?
Yeah, that's in the background there. Yeah, we got it. Looks like a plague, or is it a zombie? Maybe it's a new zombie.
I don't know.
Oh, it's one of the. I'm sure it's a Star Saga model, but must be a new sculpt for the plague victims.
Either way, if someone wanted to say follow along and take a gander at these pictures we're looking at, where would they be able to go to do that?
They could, of course, go to deadzonegame.podbean.com, and that's where the pictures are. Or they can go on YouTube and be watching this, and they would already see the pictures. Yeah,
it's flashing before your eyes. If you're on YouTube, right now, just hit the subscribe button.
Or hit the like.
You're burning up some calories by just moving your hand over. There you go.
And sometimes there is secret stuff in the YouTube videos that I might slip in there. Tyler Durden style.
Secret stuff, some subliminal messages, but also just love.
And lots of love, yes. And the next shot, some more security guards. There's a girl and another guy. They all have that eyepiece. That must be like some kind of, I don't know.
Like a heads-up display where they're able to see threats and determine this, that, and the other thing.
Yep, fun stuff. And then we're moving into the Warpath stuff. We got the GCPS with their cool looking and the big mule in the background there. And above that, you could barely, it's just cut off, is the ship. What's it called again?
The Hornet?
Hornet, that's right. But yeah, the GCPS looking good. They look like, yeah.
They modeled the bases veering towards the Martian red mat from Infestation.
Mm-hmm.
But the paint job's got like that color in it, but it's greens and browns and very very muted, like not garish, not like the pastel colors that you would associate with someone who wanted to really make everything pop. It looks like something you would wear in combat.
Military. Yep. And I really like the mule back there. I like how they dustified it a bit, like dirtied it up a bit.
Well, you're jonesing for your vehicles. You know they're on their way.
Yep. And that's why the next picture is the Hornet from above, and you can see the mule from above too, but mostly the Hornet looking nice. I like how the sides open so you can do some clone trooper action. Very cool.
The vertical takeoff, the fans there, the thrusters. Look how they can pivot them, because one's that thing should be spinning in a circle, quite frankly.
Yeah. It'd be just like, yay, yay.
Yeah. But look, the articulation with the door, those things. I'm sure there's plenty of ways you could, because I don't know how many we got of what, but you'll be able to do some things to really, really punch it up.
I'm curious if when you put it together, if the way they put it together, maybe you could just move that stuff always. You don't have to glue it in place.
I don't know.
I don't know either. We don't know yet because we don't have it yet. And the next shot's... Whoops,
I thought I just said it came in the mail today.
You're wishful thinking.
Oh.
The next shot is of the heavy weapons team for the GCPS, which is cool. And a really nice looking mortar. You might have to replace your plague mortars for that mortar. Look at that thing.
No, I'm not a mortar whore. I'll stick to the girl that brought me. I'll dance with the girl who brought me, and that's. I'll leave this flashy hussy mortar for some others. A pretty face does not make a pretty heart. Take that to the bank. Oh. I'm a veritable Chinese fortune cookie, just filled with wisdom.
You are indeed. And another shot of the GCPS. These guys are the more human-looking guys, with the helmets off or open-faced helmets, and a very cool-looking commander in the background with the old British flat cap.
Yep, yeah. It does have a vaguely 1940s, neither Allies nor Axis, but kind of a combination of both aesthetic going on with his flat cap, some of the pants on some of them, like it's a.
Also, very Starship Troopers for sure. These guys, the open face guys, they look like the guys.
Yeah. But we've said that before. Like, if you're gonna pull from some source material that's like pretty iconic, that you get the Space Marines from Aliens, you get Starship Troopers, you get
Yeah, that's the way they went. They went Starship Troopers instead of Aliens, because that's pretty much all your Space Marines. That's them. Other than the obvious GW Space Marines, but they're not really Marines. They're heavily armored. I don't know why they're called Marines. There's no Marine involved. There's no water in space.
I don't know.
But it's always been Marines. It's weird. Maybe it's something to do with how you're coming off a ship and going somewhere.
Yeah, I'm guessing because spaceships, it's become a nautical thing, and I guess in space you could be a mariner of space, not necessarily a water. I don't know.
So are there bosuns and?
Yes. Hey, coxswain, let's go kill some whatever Space Marines fight. Post haste.
That's right. Maybe. And that's all we have for the Mantic Open Day. This year it seemed to be a little more subdued. They're not as like last year. They had a lot of previews for other things. Like the one in April had previews for the Star Saga, and the one before that had a lot of previews for Warpath. This one seems to be a little more subdued. There's not that many new things. It's nothing like we're like, what is this? We don't know what this is. It's all stuff that's coming out. So I think they're in between right now of getting everything that's been kickstarted out and not previewing anything new yet, which is fine. But in non-Deadzone news, they did announce that they're going to do a Kings of War skirmish style like Deadzone, so that'll be interesting. Because smaller armies is always funner.
Yeah, skirmish style for Kings of War. I think we've played Kings of War. It's fun, but this isn't the Kings of War podcast. That would be called Countercharge.
Or 4-foot snake.
But if for entry level, getting in the ground floor for someone who wanted to start, skirmish size seems to be like a nice gateway. Nice, like, hey buddy, first time.
Yeah, gateway to actual armies, because they do have Dungeon Saga, but that's not really a gateway because you're not building an army out of it. But skirmish, just like Deadzone, you can start building it up to Warpath. They need something for Kings of War like that. So you get in there, oh, here's a little war band. You got 10 guys. Oh, now that one war band, now that's a unit in Kings of War. You can, just keep building bigger. And
yeah, as long as the models are the same and they can, you can buy orcs or whatever they are, and then move on to Kings of War.
Yep. So it looks like Mantic's doing the right thing, keeping everything in line, building.
Well, I'm glad they didn't unveil too much I think they got to start dealing with what they've got. Start knuckling down on some things and get.
Well, the way Walking Dead's working out to be like that's going to be a third pillar. Like that's taking over from Dreadball about popularity. It's blowing off the shelves, and
I would never have thought either.
People love Walking Dead. It's still a big phenomenon, and I think non-gamers are seeing this and they're like, "Oh, Walking Dead, that's cool."
Well, maybe we should have got it in the Kickstarter, but now, as of right now, we're SOL.
Didn't you win a Kickstarter box? Has that come yet?
What? Me?
Everyone knows you won except for you, but that hasn't arrived at your home yet.
It has not arrived at my home yet, but yes, there was a video proclaiming that I was the winner of a Kickstarter version of the game, and yeah, I look forward to the day that it arrives.
Yep, should be interesting. Everybody raves about that game. And also in Kickstarter shipping news, Warpath is shipping. We did say it earlier, and they have a lot of stuff coming in. They just got in the books, and this picture here is the book, and in the bag is the interceptor for the enforcers. But that's what it looks like when it comes in the bag. And so that just came in, so that those should be people getting that should be getting there soonish, such as us. But then they also said that in January they'll be getting all the GCPS stuff, so hopefully they don't wait to ship our stuff until January, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, do you think that's a possibility? Or they go, well, we could send it out now, but we're sending a second wave in January anyways, so
it's so close. Yeah,
may just wait. What?
That is my fear. That is definitely my fear.
Yeah.
So that is the news. Hopefully, next episode, as we've been saying, will be the Warpath Kickstarter unboxing. We've been saying that for a while now, though.
That's been our mantra for 3 months now. Next episode.
But
next time on the Deadzone podcast.
Yeah.
Next time.
So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll talk about something else.
You have been listening to the Deadzone podcast with your hosts Jack Fike and Rob Harper. The Deadzone podcast is dedicated to Deadzone, the tabletop miniature game by Mantic Games. Visit them at manticgames.com.
Hi, this is Pat, North American Community Manager for Mantic Games, and you are listening to Deadzone, the podcast.
Now for a segment we call Our Stuff.
And welcome back to the Deadzone podcast. Now, did you enjoy that commercial? You're goddamn right you did. Buy whatever that was for. Stop
or listen
right
to.
Listen to whatever that
listen
was.
To whoever that was. Yep.
Anywho, Rob, what do you have in mind for us? I'm just hanging out. We filmed a mannequin challenge earlier, so I'm kind of tired. My joints are hurting a little bit. What do you want to fill the time with?
Let's talk about our stuff now.
That's a great idea.
That's stuff.
Fantastic idea. Our stuff.
So, Jack, that sounds like a commercial we're starting there. But so Jack, have
you ever heard of the Deadzone podcast?
What have you been working on? We have some pictures here of what you've been working on. Please do describe said pictures to those who would like to know.
Goddamn thing.
Oh. Well, you did work on some mob beasts, I see, because I have pictures of them.
Yes. As foretold on the latest team building. Deadzone Monthly. Deadzone Monthly. That was all that I really got up to. I got some stuff primed and whatnot, but not done. But I painted up 2 mob beasts, and so if you're looking at the pictures, you can see them in their splendor on some terrain, just hanging out. Just being all mighty.
Chainsaw mouths ready to chainsaw.
Yeah. So there's the 2 of them. Then I put them in with the rest of the ones that we have, just because they look like they're pack animals. No, they don't.
Yeah,
they don't look like something that would just live on its own like a solitary creature. It looks like they need to run in roving bands.
That is a nice group of mob beasts there.
Yeah. So if I play Marauders, you're going to see something like that.
They're not as cheap as they used to be.
Yeah, but you can't put a price on good quality chainmouth saws.
That's true. And is that all you've been working on?
Yes. Like I said, I put some stuff together. I got some dwarves primed, and I've got some blocked-in enforcers, some assault enforcers ready for a change of the tweaking the rules to become the gods of hand-to-hand that they were meant to be. But other than that, in finished form, that's it. Those 2. So what about yourself? What have you been up to?
Well, I happen to have a bag of the mutant Dreadball team and I decided, hey, let's make some new plague. So I plaguified a bunch of plague to make some plague. And they're plaguey.
Yes.
I went pretty crazy.
You did. If at any point someone says, hey, what project did you take on that was like 90% modeling? You could point to this because I'm seeing Enforcer arms. I'm seeing Dreadball wings and tails. I'm seeing version 1 plague, just bodies and heads. Yep.
There's a lot of Dreadball heads from the plague team. The gun is actually a GW from a GW model. I have a heavy weapons guy here. And I went for a grayish kind of theme because I like the idea of like gray zombies. So I was going to do, if I get any more plague, I think I'm going to do more gray and gray toned. And I did with green eyes, the green glowing eyes. But yeah, I like these guys.
There's no wrong answer.
And yeah, the dogs, the one dog has got, he's got a new tail and he's got wings. And the other dog, he's might have a tentacle arm and a claw arm.
Yeah. You went to town. He's got a fish tail.
Shark tail.
Yeah, certainly there was some mutations afoot there.
And then I did, like a bunch of stage 3s, some different weapons options. Some of them have like Yiddish tails. We got a nameless head on one of these guys. I guess nameless can be plaguified. And yep, we got some regular heads, different arms, different guns, some more wings on guys. Big arms, little arms. Huge arms on a little guy there. Fun stuff. So if you're looking to make your plague look interesting, get one of that plague Dreadball team because that is crazy. And you could do a lot of fun stuff with it.
You went to town.
Yeah, I went overboard, but you could do normal cool stuff though too. But I have a bunch of stage 3s that are going to be quite interesting. Now I can switch guys out every time that who is it? Simmons gives them mutations and the stage 1, right?
So you can say, oh well, I'll give the glide ability. That's plunk.
Guy with wings. Yep, that's the kind of the plan. So there you go. So I think that covers it. That was our stuff. Anything else?
When Warpath gets here, then I'm sure the hour stuff will be far more spectacular. But right now we are just working off Infestation.
Yep, I have a bunch of other things on my desk that haven't even started yet. But generally, we're just messing around with stuff we had from old Kickstarters. Dreadball Extreme, Infestation, whatever. So there you go.
Yep.
And we'll be right back, and then we'll have an unboxing. What is the unboxing, Jack? Is it Warpath? Maybe we're lying this whole time.
If it did, in fact, arrive today in the mail, and that is the big reveal, if that is what's going to happen, that people will lose their full minds.
It would be quite humorous.
It would be hilarious.
So we'll be right back, and we'll find out, is it Warpath, or is it something else?
Could be.
It is time for a brief message from our friends at Iron Watch Magazine.
Do you like romantic games? Do you want to read about your favorite games in a monthly magazine? Have we got the offer for you? Iron Watch Magazine. Iron Watch brings you the latest news, articles, and short stories taking place in the Mantic universe. Dreadball, Kings of War, Deadzone, Warpath. You want it? They got it. ironwatch.wordpress.com. Get it now for the low price of free. You can't beat that at twice the price. That's ironwatch.wordpress.com. Download now.
Hey, this is Jack from the Deadzone Podcast, and you've been listening to the Deadzone Podcast.
With Jack from the Deadzone Podcast.
So much Deadzone Podcast, it'll make you vomit.
And now, a review from your hosts at the Deadzone Podcast.
And welcome back, and we're doing an unboxing. And it is for not Warpath, no. It's for Nexus Psi, the Nexus Psi box set. The new version 2 Nexus Psi comes in a very nice box.
Does it?
It does indeed, as you can see in the pictures.
Ah, there it is.
And nice cover. Nice. Look at those plague dogs on the cover there.
That's I don't dislike version 1, the Plague Dogs. Some of the version 1 models, but the Plague Dogs for version 2 are like, I would like to mix and match. Dogs come in all shapes and sizes, so I'm not going to say they're better, but I really like them.
It's true. This box is actually called Deadzone Contagion Nexus Psi Expansion. So it's this kind of combining all the original books into one here. It's got Contagion and Nexus Psi in here. 2 Mantic points if you buy the box. And the contents is the Nexus Psi source book, some terrain, expansions sprue, and the urban sprue comes with you could build a wall with a gun on it pretty much. And parts of the landing pad so you can fortify it. And it also comes with the exclusive, so far, Dr. Simmons metal model. And 10 plague zombies. Just we need more plague zombies, Jack.
Yeah, we don't have enough of those.
Millions of plague zombies.
We could play Warpath with your zombies, I think, at this point.
Yeah. There'll be a zombie horde. So inside was, like I say, the book, and then playtesting. There's a little hint of who playtested this thing, Jack.
Yeah. If perchance you happen to peruse, like normally you don't look at the preface of a book like that. You just kind of like, okay, get on with it. But if you're like, you know what, I'm just going to take an extra second and take a gander, you might see some familiar faces.
That's pretty much all these are familiar faces. We get a certain Andrew Jashin.
Yes, better known as Coach.
And then Junior, better known as a certain Goblin. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're not the same person. I forgot.
You don't think that's the same person, do you?
No. They just live in the same house.
Clearly, when Andrew Jr. goes and lets the Goblin out of the cage, you can hear it. It's right there.
That's true. If you don't know what we're talking about, listen to Team Building Exercise, because there is a Goblin. And, of course, we got some people with beautiful hair, some other people who may be golden boys. We're not even going to mention those people.
And some people whose dice may or may not be hot.
That's true. So, yeah, we actually play test. Oh, we didn't even mention. Yes, there's also Jack Fike and Rob Harper. That is us. We did help play test this version of Nexus Psi. It was very nice of the rules committee to pass it on to us to try it out.
Yes.
Yeah, it was nice to be part of the loop for once.
Well, we've been in the loop plenty. A lot of which we haven't been able to talk about or say much about or do whatever. This was the first time that we've seen our name recognized in the book, which is a pleasant surprise. Not what we didn't ask for it. We didn't. This
I actually think we said don't put our name in the book, so we can't be blamed.
that might actually be true. I laugh, but that might actually be true. But no, that's nice because we generally do it out of the kindness of our hearts, and this was just a nice little a subtle nod. They doffed their caps at us, and if you want to hear what we were involved with, I think it was the last Deadzone monthly for November. We discussed what we had done, and Coach discussed what input they had, and there was members of the rules committee there. In the chat, and it's very interesting if you want to know kind of how the sausage was made.
Yep. And like I said, in this box is also a bunch of terrain sprues, which I'm forcing you to build into some kind of wall system so we can have like a wall. Because you did it sort of. You started with one that you... Well, did we ever tell this? Yeah, I think we did tell the story about how you crushed the one.
And if we didn't, that is one of those legendary stories that we never touch on again, and people are like, what did he say?
Yeah, we have new terrain built out of old terrain. We'll leave it at that, and yeah, we got to expand on it with some more walls. So Jack's going to build me some more walls out of this stuff, right, Jack?
Yeah, and in fact, I like it's getting cold out. We're expecting a nice dump of snow in the next 2 or 3 days, so. A lot of the painting, I primed up a bunch of stuff to make sure, because soon that's not going to be an option. So even if I build it up, I liked building the train. I really enjoyed the stuff from Infestation. I think podcasts, bygone podcasts, we discussed that I really had a good time. So,
Yep.
I will gladly take this train and make it into something.
And I do enjoy what you do with it, so it's good.
That is good because we gotta get some more games under our belt.
Yep. And lastly, in this box is that metal miniature of the new Simmons. We've already said how much we love this miniature. I didn't know it was metal originally. Not a big fan of metal miniatures, but luckily I don't have to care about it because Jack's going to build this and paint this up because it is
but
Simmons.
Is he?
Yeah.
If I'm doing all the terrain,
but it's Plague.
Yeah, but you were just talking about how you wanted to gray up some more Plague. And you're also saying that Simmons is the only one that could lead your motley crew. It's just the writing's on the wall. It just seems like mathematically it's improbable that I would do it.
You're the Plague guy. If there was an exclusive Enforcer or Forge Father miniature, I would hope that I would be the one painting it. So you're the Plague guy. You get to paint Simmons up. And you finally get to paint Simmons who looks correct and not horrific.
Yeah. She looks much better. And I still that big coif of hair on the Plague looks a little bizarre, but yeah, I guess if she is foist upon me, then I will make her one of the fold.
Well, there you go. So that was the unboxing of the new Nexus box. Nice stuff. And we'll move on because now we actually have some interaction from the humans out there. Was there interaction, Jack?
What?
Was there interaction, Jack?
What?
Are you doing a Steve Austin Stone Cold? What?
I don't get the reference, but if he's legendary funnyman, then I was doing that.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, there was a comments on YouTube that you wanted to discuss about something or other.
Yes. Well, on the team building exercise that we did involving the Forge Fathers, I believe it was episode 5 with Coach. In the comments section, we got a comment from Isaac No, and it reads, Jack, Rob, and Coach, what do
I hate
guys
you all.
suggest?
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a normal YouTube comment, so it was like, you guys are Hitler, and racist comment here. No?
Unsub.
Yeah. Was it any of that?
I think you just ruined the punchline, but yes, Isaac No hates us.
Oh, good.
No, that is not the case. So if I make
it might be the case, but that's not what he said.
That's right. I can't speak for his feelings. I can only read what he wrote.
If I let you, eventually.
Statistically, it's probable he hates us. If you really got down to the mathematics of it. Anyways, it says, Jack, Rob, and Coach, what do you guys suggest for a custom splat ability for the Chief Brocker? Because during the episode, we had discussed that he's a great leader. The problem was that his splat wasn't very good, and that you would take him, despite the splat, to match whatever strike team you were building. In that case, like a hand-to-hand type.
Yep.
So I can read what Coach wrote because he posted a reply.
How's Coach getting on this show? Oh.
Usually it's Tyler who just comes running through with crazy antics, but this time Coach is getting on via YouTube comments.
You get in any way you can, that guy.
Yeah. He goes on to say, I was thinking something. Oh, yeah.
Racist comment.
No, just for a second there, I was going to try and do a Coach. Like I was going to try and. Hey, so there was Tree. He wants to. I'm from New York. That's how we do it. We figure it in, and move it out. So, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. That would be inappropriate. I'm just going to read it in the proper
verbiage.
So Coach replied, I was thinking something similar to the Marauder Sergeant. Use a command splat. Anyone with Brocker in their name can reroll any normal test. Straight, simple, there's no bells and whistles on that. Very much established in the game that there's a precedent for that very same, splat. So it's not like it's you breaking the mold. But so, what say you, Mr. Harper? What would you say for the custom splat for the command dice for the Brocker, the Chief Brocker?
Well, I think they should be able to pick up an item, and then whatever that item is, they can switch it out if they don't like it. Huh?
That is genius.
Oh, wait, that's been taken. No, coaches is good, but I was thinking more if they have Brocker in there, because it's got to have something to do with Brocker. So if they have Brocker in their name, maybe give them Frenzy or something. Target Brocker gains Frenzy. Because you want to do something with hand-to-hand, I think, with that guy.
They already have Frenzy.
Oh, do they already have Frenzy? Yeah, give them Frenzy too, then. Add to their Frenzy.
Add +1 Frenzy.
No, give them Frenzy 10. Doesn't matter.
Well,
after a certain point, it doesn't work anymore anyway, so...
Yeah, I suspect that perhaps that's a bit broken. I don't think we'd have to put that up the chain of command to see how far how long that stayed afloat.
Well, because you're just rerolling your misses. So don't they fight on 4s? You're not going to have that many misses to reroll anyways. So you're only going to reroll 3 or 4 dice anyways, maximum. That's if you really roll poorly. So yeah. I think coaches is you reroll everything, right? The one he said.
So I guess, anyone with a Brocker in their name can reroll any normal test. So I guess that's, you failed the test, you take the whole thing and just roll again like it's...
Oh, so you don't reroll just misses. So that Frenzy is actually better because you're going to get more successes.
Because you could go, 2 successes, that's not enough. Well, I'll reroll, 0 successes, and then...
I like the Frenzy idea better. Give them +1 to Frenzy, yeah. If they already have
Frenzy.
Frenzy.
Could you stack that? Could you, if
it is stackable, because I think it says in it, if there's certain things that say if they already have this add. Or maybe that's in Kings of War. But anyways,
But I mean, like you had 3 splats, and then all of a sudden you're like, I've got Frenzy 4.
Oh, yeah, keep adding Frenzy? Oh, yeah. I like I say, it's not that powerful, because sure, you're going to do a lot of damage at one hit, but then you just wasted how many rolls, right?
Yeah.
What would you think? Do you have an idea for what the Brocker should be doing?
I do. And I would call it Rock Out with your Brock Out.
Nice. I like how you have a name for it.
You have to. There has to be a bit of a cheeky name. You can't just be like, well, I'm going to put on Frenzy.
Well, mine's called Brockstar then. How's that?
The Brockstar. He would be a Brockstar. And for mine, I thought... a free move action as long as it results in a fight.
Oh, that's kind of cool, yeah. So if it's just one away, because they only move. Oh no, I guess it would just be move. So it'd be one.
Not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
I think a sprint would be a little much because then you could sprint and then use that free sprint. That'd be 4 move for a dwarf.
Yeah,
that's almost
just pushing the bounds of reality of how fast they can move.
Those stubby little legs. Now, mind you, if he was astride a fox.
It's true.
Then maybe, but otherwise. So yeah, I think increasing movement for dwarfs has a bit of a lure.
Yeah. Is that any dwarfs or just Brocks?
Just the Brockers.
Yeah, I think it has to just affect Brockers.
I don't believe there'd be any benefit to getting a Forge Guard into hand-to-hand combat. Like
he does have a hammer.
I'm going to surge him forward when he could probably be best served using his rocket launcher from afar.
Yeah, they have hammers too. It would be all right to move, but I like the idea. It's just Brockers, anyways. So yeah. So what was it? Brock out with your
Ooh, easy.
Easy.
Rock out the Goblin doesn't moderate here. You could hurt some feelings.
I wouldn't even bleep that. I don't think.
No.
No, I only bleeped pretty much some of the bad ones.
Yeah. This isn't a program for children.
This isn't G rated. This is PG. You're allowed a few certain words.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so that's a good one. I think any of those would work better than what they have now, which is the key.
Right.
Because what they have now is useless.
So Isaac, no. Hopefully, you've followed us over to the podcast, and that we've addressed your question. And if you have any other questions or suggestions or whatnot, please do write them in the comment below.
Yes, you can comment on YouTube. You can comment on our posts in the actual deadzonegame.podbean.com. You can go to our Facebook group. We have a Facebook, Deadzone the podcast on Facebook. Join there, and you can post in there. And
Yeah,
there's lots of ways that
you can find me on Growler, which I had made up, but it turns out that I was notified on YouTube again that what British slang is for Growler. So it was even funnier.
Yes,
after that,
you didn't realize what you had been saying, but
yeah,
now it's funnier.
Yeah, in Canada, a growler is when a piece of iceberg falls into the water, it breaks off and falls in the water, or it's a vessel for
That's
a
what I know.
beverage.
Yeah.
But apparently, in across the pond on that darling little island that we call the United Kingdom, it's something different.
Yeah, don't look it up. Anyways,
I do stand by it though. That is what I'm on, and I there's a lot of slappers and chavs and
settle. We don't know how bad these words are, Jack.
Oh,
I might have to bleep those because I'm not sure. You might have said very rude things. We just don't know. We're Canadian.
We don't know. That's much like a child with a handgun. We just we just there's no good can come of it by giving us this forum, the ability to talk and converse. Only bad can happen.
It's true. That is our motto, actually. Deadzone the podcast. Only bad can happen. It's gonna be on all our shirts.
There's a lot all over our shirts, and it's because only bad things happen.
Let's just stop there because there's many different ways to interpret what you just said. Easy.
You're in a dark place today.
PG. So anyways, that pretty much wraps up the show. If you, go to join us on YouTube, and we like those subs, because that's the things kids do nowadays. Sub.
Yes.
And please do like us on Facebook. Go to falleninfantry.wordpress.com for some unboxings of many different things, including Warpath when it eventually gets here. And, what else? Oh, cafepress.ca/Deadzone podcast.
You said it with such confidence.
Because I closed the actual agenda.
You said that, and I was like, I believe him.
It is. That was correct. And, go there, buy some shirts. Because everybody needs Georgie the Goblin on their chest.
And face.
He's only like 16. Let's not make fun of that. So, this was a train wreck, but it has been an episode. Thank you for joining us. We'll have some more episodes coming up, special episodes for Christmas time. And plus a team building exercise, and we're doing the Enforcers next, I believe. Isn't that correct, Jack?
That is correct. So if that's your your personal preference, that's your bag. If you're balls deep on the spectrum for the Enforcers, well then that'll be the show for you.
So there you go. Until next time, I've been Rob.
I'm still Jack.
And we're still Deadzone the podcast. Thank you and good night. You're supposed to say bye-bye. You never say bye-bye.
Aren't we still doing the mannequin challenge?
Oh, we didn't. I should have played the music then.
Thank you for listening to the Deadzone podcast. I have been your announcer, William Randolph Wintergreen. Visit the website, deadzonegame.podbean.com. Email your hosts at deadzonepodcast@gmail.com. On Twitter, you can follow the show at Deadzone Podcast. The Deadzone Podcast is a production of Vinland Old Time Radio Productions.
It's not in the schedule, so I never read the agenda.
I told you to put it in the agenda.
I know I didn't write it in the agenda, but okay, we'll do a new thing here. So that's our stuff, but we are not finished yet because we have some actual interaction with the peoples.
Yeah, but we just didn't finish our stuff. We just finished an unboxing.
Oh, that's right. It's going to be our stuff. It's the future our stuff.
Get your goddamn head in the game. For sakes. You dragged me out of my yoga class for this bullshit. You can't even keep the agenda correct. I don't know why I do this. That's it. I'm joining Tyler's. I'm being part of Deadzone. I'll be his dancing monkey.
You have to move to Colorado.
So big deal. I have to smoke blunts and watch the avalanche. You know, that sounds all right.
Oh, I thought you meant watch avalanches, but you meant the actual hockey team.
They have a hockey team?
It all makes sense now. Yes.
This has turned into a show. What happened here? Why is everything so crazy? Why is everything so crazy? Why do I want to cut myself with a razor?
Yeah.
It makes the red come out and all the feelings too.
That's just disturbing.
I want to rub the ashes of orphans all over my skin.
You know, the more you sing, the more chances getting into the show.
Oh, well, that's shocking.
You have been listening to the Deadzone Podcast. And now, a word from the fine folks at Vinland Old Time Radio.
Jack! Is that you, the ghost of Christmas past?
No, I'm the ghost of podcast future.
I'm intrigued. Do tell me more.
The future of podcasts is Vinland Old Time Radio. I know it sounds oxymoron, but it's not.
Where can I find this podcast?
VinlandOldTimeRadio.podbean.com.
And how many doubloons will that cost me?
It's free, unlike my soul. I have to go there. Bye.
You boy, what day is it today?
It's Canada Day, it seems.
Well, go buy that biggest Christmas goose in the window.
That makes no sense. I'm just taking your money and leaving.
VinlandOldTimeRadio.podbean.com